In the next 11 minutes, 2 humble sheets of MDF are going to morph into glow-in-the-dark Galaxy command centers for my 2 sons. Legendary desks that cost pocket change, not a paycheck. Buckle up, this glow up is going to hit harder than my 2001 Homecoming King hair gel. What's up, folks? I'm Mitch Quist, Stone Coat's chief epoxy wrangler and resident dad joke dealer. If turning sawdust and glow powder into a family memory sparks your reactor, punch that subscribe button right now. Each new sub tells my sons our late night shop sessions are totally worth it. Alright, tonight we're going to fuse MDF, glow-in-the-dark powders, fluorescent dyes, Rust Oleum spray paints, some Stone Coat SpeedCure PRO, and our art coat, both 1-to-1 VOC free epoxies, into desks brighter than a bald spot at my family reunion. You'll leave here learning every mix ratio, swirl, trick, and pro tip that I can offer. Let's meet the legends. Joey, 16. He's my oldest son, named after my best friend who paid the ultimate sacrifice as a United States soldier. Minecraft architect, ramen-powered, jiu-jitsu bruiser, heart bigger than his bench press, personal record. Big John, 13, gentle giant, kitchen minimalist, Red Dead Redemption outlaw, towers over his peers, and rumor says he can buy whiskey without getting carded, but we're not going to test that. 2 play styles, 1 proud dad, 0 tolerance for boring furniture. Let's launch. Alright, I traced my cockpit curve with a yardstick and a coffee mug hack. I just put that on my edges to make my nice radiuses. I used a jigsaw. I clamped everything together after putting some tight bond 3, pin nailed it. These 2 pieces of MDF are not going anywhere. To ensure that that seam does not go through your epoxy pour, you want to cover it with an all-purpose filler like Bondo. I apply it heavy after using an 1/8 inch roundover bit on top and bottom. Once dry, come back, sand it nice and smooth without removing all the Bondo. Next up, we're applying 2 thin coats of Stone Coat's black epoxy undercoat, our paint designed to be applied under our epoxy. After a quick 4-hour dry, we're matching Galaxy mouse pads. Use spray paints and mist a background with purple, aqua, magenta, burnt orange, or colors of your choice. Feather and light passes. Depth is good, drips are bad. When complete with your background, let that spray paint fully dry, and then it's time to mix up some SpeedCure Countertop Pro. What is SpeedCure Pro? It's our faster set epoxy designed for the contractor who can get in and out of his project quickly. Very UV stable and sandable within 4 hours. That means you can get into the house, pour your countertops, go to lunch, come back, apply the ultimate top coat, and kiss that job goodbye. VOC free, and you're gonna get professional results even on your first try. I'll add in small dots of glow-in-the-dark spray paint for my Galaxy stars. Just mist some paint on your gloved fingers and flick away. It's as simple as that. Our glow-in-the-dark powders are very vivid, but like all glow powders, they're very heavy and they don't look so pretty in high concentrations while the desk isn't glowing at night. I overcome this by layering the glow powders in small amounts, looking like mist or fog over my Galaxy paint below. Then the powders come to life when the lights go out, just like my dance moves. So we'll just drizzle a little bit of those glow powders, both blue and green, and then meld those powders with your gloved hands right into that clear SpeedCure Pro. I'll also be including a little bit of white that adds some pretty sweet fog and smoke when you suspend some white dye in clear epoxy. Don't forget a little bit of that purple dye. When I add my dyes, I'm doing it in small amounts. I keep it translucent so I don't cover up my beautiful Galaxy paint down below. When finished with this layer, don't forget to remove your air bubbles using a heat source. You can use a propane torch or a heat gun. Those 2 work best. We're going to pass the heat source over the surface of the epoxy, about 1 inch or so from the surface. Keep the torch moving. Alright, enough with the purple. Time to make the nebula. This one's going for Big John. I like this one a little bit more personally. Let me know in the comments below. Which one do you like more? Purple or the nebula? So, same process, mixing up a few more colors on this one, and we had an ultimate happy accident on my glow powders. They were ancient. I barely used those for countertops, right? This is a special project. So I grabbed them off the shelf and they were chunky monkey. Some moisture got in there. So I had to like break it up with a stick. And I'm going, oh boy, I'm not gonna get all this into powders, but it was epic. What happened was those bigger chunks of glow powder, as I was applying them into the SpeedCure, into the clear SpeedCure, stayed chunky. And then when the lights go out, they glow like giant shooting stars. So if you want that look and your powders are completely powderized, not chunky, just mist a little moisture on that. Let the powders dry. You'll have a nice chunky layer up there on top. Break it up, add that right into your mix, pour it out, drizzle it away. That stuff is awesome. Those chunks are my favorite part. Wait till the end. Wait till you see those things popping. All right, big guy, calm down over there. All right, next step. 4-hour cure, and then we're gonna follow that with a flood coat of art coat, and I'm gonna add a wee bit of diamond dust, add a little bit more sparkle to these beauties. We'll let those cure, and then it's time to work on our shelves. Those shelves are gonna be unique because I'm coating those with black dye and diamond dust, and we're coating both sides of these shelves, so that way when they sit above my desks, my kids can look up and they're going to look at the galaxy below and on top of that shelf. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to teach a quick little sand and polish tutorial, because the only way to get rid of those epoxy drips on one side effectively is sanding and polish. But that is an easy process using Stone Coat Epoxy, following our steps and using our sand and polish kit. For any drip residue you missed, grab some 120 on your random orbital sander. Makes quick work. I'll sand this whole piece with 120 followed by 220. And we're ready for the next coat. Yeah, like what he just said. So get rid of those drips, and then we'll follow that with 120. We're looking for a nice uniform gray surface. Clean off the dust. An important step with sanding and polishing is removing the previous grit's dust. So I'm sanding with 220, 320, 400, 600 with our screens. And every time I'm gonna clean off my dust. Then we're gonna switch over to our foam backed pads, and we're gonna do those wet to dry. And again, every single time, clean off the dust using some water. After we go through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5,000, you're gonna follow that with a polisher and some polishing compound. We sell a really easy to use polishing compound right on our website. So these are gaming desks. My kids have laptops, and I installed custom laptop coolers right in the surface of the desk. And what you saw me do there was make a template. Why did I do that? So I didn't screw up these desks that I just spent days making. This is an optional step, but was a pretty cool feature that my kids loved, and they did tell me laptops are running more efficiently. So I'm gonna paint this with a little spray paint, but then I follow that with some SpeedCure PRO, because what is this? This is exposed MDF. If my kids have a spill, I don't want water getting on there. So I paint that with a little spray paint, let that dry, and then I'll mix up that same mixture. SpeedCure, black dye, diamond dust, and I'm gonna coat that little section. So now it is completely watertight. They can spill away. They might ruin their laptops, but they're not ruining my desk. Next up is our legs. So I could have kept these gray, but you know, they looked a little bit better black in my opinion under those desks. So I just grabbed some matte Rust Oleum spray paint, hit those up, and it's install time. Oh boy, Easter egg. Check out that sparkle, guys. So we're now installed at home. It's after Christmas. There's our purple, beautiful desk. Go Stone Coat. Let me know what you think. Did that match the mouse pad, guys? It looks pretty cool to me. We slapped some LED lights under it, and look at her glow. They're glowing teal, indigo, Homework HQ, or like an outer space OP. Check out the description for all the products used in this video. And until next time, from Stone Coat Countertops.
Stone Coat Countertops, you got this.
He says it's so much cooler than I do. Like this video, share with your homies, help us grow. We'll see you on the next one.